another live session here at ODA Class. Students, my name is Mitali Joshi, and today I am going to be teaching you about the prepositions of time. In a previous video, I have taught you about the prepositions of place. So if you want to go and take a look at that, you are welcome to do so. Before I start with today's content, I want to take this chance to introduce myself as well as this organization that I'm working with right now. We are called ODA Class, and ODA Class is a live learning app during which you get to learn on an amazing platform for which we have received the most innovative EdTech award. And not only an amazing platform, but you get to learn from some very well experienced teachers. And us teachers, we strive to make education and learning as simple and accessible to you as possible. And for this purpose, we have curated a course specially for you. This course is called the Bridge course, and we are starting this course on Monday. Students, it's going to be a week-long course during which you will have 3 maths classes as well as 3 science classes. And apart from classes conducted by master teachers like myself, you will also have access to your own personal mentor teacher. Now, your personal mentor teacher is responsible for keeping track of your progress throughout this course, whether it comes to attendance, whether it comes to quiz accuracy, or the homeworks and the tests that we provide to you on our app. And lastly, students, we also provide you books that will help you do some extra practice. So as you're going through these books, if you have any doubts, you know who to reach out to, and that's your personal mentor teacher. Students, if you want to enroll in this course, you can click on the link in the description box below, and you can enroll for just rupees 29. Now, let me quickly introduce myself as well. Like I said, I am Mitali ma'am. I have a degree from Ohio State University, and I have been teaching for a little over 3 years now. And I'm very excited to be here with all of you to teach you about prepositions of time. Let's start with a quick introduction on prepositions. So we now know what prepositions are. Prepositions are words that are placed before nouns or pronouns to show their relationship with another part of the sentence. For example, the cup of coffee is on the side table. Here we have the cup of coffee, which is noun number 1, and we have the side table, noun number 2, and we have our word on, which is telling us about the relationship between these two nouns. Now, specifically talking about prepositions of time. Now, prepositions of time are used to discuss a specific time period, whether that is a specific day, date, or the exact time that something has occurred. For example, they answer the question when. So whether it is day or date or the time, the question being answered with the help of these prepositions is always when did this action take place. Now today I will be talking about only 3 prepositions of time because each of these has multiple uses, and I want to bring your attention to the distinct uses of each of them. Now, if you all remember, students, even prepositions of place, we did these 3 prepositions. So don't get confused between the two. And in case you do, you can go back and refer to that video to clarify your doubts. Starting off with our very first preposition of time, which is in. Now, we use in firstly to refer to a month or a year or even a century. For example, my birthday is in January. So we have in January, which is, as we all know, it's a month. The next use for in is to refer to a season. For example, January comes in the winter season. So once again, we have our preposition of time, in, being used in this case. And our last use for our preposition in is to talk or to refer to a specific part of the day. For example, we have lunch in the afternoon. So you see, we have 3 uses for in when it comes to a preposition of time. Let's take some examples to understand these. The yellow roses will bloom in April. So once again, you see we are using our preposition of time in to refer to a specific month. Our next example, we only go camping in summer. Once again, referring to a season. Lastly, let's take a couple of quizzes now, students. The weather, blank spring is beautiful. This is very similar to our previous example. The weather, blank spring is beautiful. We are referring to a season here, which means that we will use in. Next up, she left for work early blank the morning. Remember, we are referring to the morning, which is a specific part of the day, which means that once again, we will use our preposition of time, which is in. Now, let's take a look at another sentence and figure out if this is grammatically correct. I am going to have a big party in my birthday. What do you think, students? Do you think that this is correct? In my birthday. So, I'm sure that you are able to guess by now that we are using the incorrect or the wrong preposition of time here. So, let's talk about the correct preposition of time in this case, which is on. So, we use on to refer to a specific day or date. So, in the previous situation, we would have said, I am going to have a big party on my birthday because we are referring to a specific day or date. Second up, we also use on to refer to holidays or to special occasions. For example, my birthday. So we use on for these two as well as one last, which is to refer to a specific part of a specific day. I will show you an example in just a second, students. I am going to have a big party on my birthday. Notice here, students, now we have changed the preposition of time being used. We have said on my birthday, and we have rectified the mistake in this sentence. Let's take one more example. The conference is on this Sunday. Now we are referring to a very specific day. We know exactly what day it is, which is why we use our preposition of time, which is on. Let's do a couple of quizzes now. We have our first one. We usually go out blank Sunday evenings. We usually go out blank Sunday evenings. So here, students, we have the third use for on, a specific part of a specific day. So we usually go out on Saturday evenings. So we have both here, specific day and specific part of this day. Moving on to one more question. We always have a special meal blank Christmas Day. Here we have a special occasion or a holiday, if you will, being referred to, which is how we know that we will once again use our preposition of time, which is on. Now, once again, same as last time, we are going to take a look at a sentence and figure out if this is grammatically correct. Raj usually eats on noon. Students, what do you think? Do you think Raj usually eats on noon? Does this sound correct to you? What about Raj usually eats in noon? If we wanted to use the preposition of time in, students, we know that we would say Raj usually eats in the afternoon. Remember, students, we use in to refer to a part of a day. So if we had to use in here, we would say in the afternoon. But for this situation, when we are referring to a very specific time, referring to a specific hour of the day, we are going to use our last preposition of time for today, which is at. So firstly, we use at to refer to the hour. For example, Raj usually eats at noon. Exact hour, therefore we use our preposition which is at. Second use for this preposition is to refer to meal times. For example, I will see you in the canteen at lunchtime. So here we have a meal time that's being referred to, which is why we use our preposition of time, which is at. And the last use is that it is used in expressions. For example, at the moment. In that case, we use at because that's an expression of time. So I am not free at the moment, but I'll give you a call back when I can. So we have some more expressions that are being used, which I will discuss in future videos. So come back to me for those students. But for now, let's take a couple of examples. Like I said in our earlier example, as soon as we replace our preposition on with the preposition at, our sentence is now grammatically correct. Raj usually eats at noon. Let's take one more example. They often go out at night. So once again here, we are referring to a specific part of the day. So they often go out at night. Now students, we have done three prepositions of time. In, on, and at. I hope you have taken notes of the uses of all three of these because now it's quiz time. So tell me, I have an important meeting blank 11 a.m. Which of these prepositions of time should I use in this sentence? I have an important meeting at 11 a.m. We are referring to a particular hour in the day, so we use our preposition at. Moving on to our second quiz, there has been a lot of progress blank the last century. Tell me, students, which of these prepositions is going to be the correct one for this sentence? There has been a lot of progress in the last century. Remember, our first use for the preposition of time in is used for or used to refer to a specific month or year or century. So here we use our preposition in. Moving on to our next question. His birthday is blank 9th April. Do you know, students, which preposition of time fits into this sentence? His birthday is on 9th April. We are referring to a specific day. We are also using this for a special occasion, which is his birthday. So we know that we are going to use our preposition, which is on. Now in this next one, students, I have two blanks for you. Let's meet blank noon, blank Saturday. So here we have two blanks, both of which can be filled by these three prepositions. You have to identify which preposition goes in which blank. Let's meet at noon. Remember, referring to a specific hour, so we use at. On Saturday. When we talk about a day, we use our preposition on. So let's meet at noon on Saturday. Moving on, you won't be working blank Saturday nights, blank the future, will you? Once again, two blanks, both of which can be filled by these prepositions. You have to identify which preposition should go in which blank. You won't be working on Saturday nights in the future, will you? So firstly, we have on, referring to a specific day, and then we have in, which refers to a time period. So that is another key important fact that I want you to remember, is that we use the preposition in when referring to specific time periods. For example, in the past, in the future, in the present. All of these, we will be using our preposition in. Now let's do a quick summary before we wrap this up. We have learned about the prepositions of time, which help us answer the question when about the action that was being performed. Now we have learned about three of these. We know at, in, and on. Each of these has very distinct uses. Three of each we have discussed in this video right now. You can go back, revise once again, and if you want to continue learning with me and learn with lots of other teachers like me, you can come to our ODA app. Now, like I said earlier, ODA is a live learning app where you get to learn from teachers like myself along with your own mentor teacher. I'll tell you about that in just a second, but here are the things that you need to know about the bridge course. So, firstly, we are starting on Monday. It is going to be a week-long course during which you will have three maths as well as three science classes. And as I was talking about your mentor teacher, here's where they come into the picture. So, your mentor teacher will keep track of your progress throughout the course. They will help you with whatever doubts and questions you have as you go through the homeworks on the app and the tests on the app, and also the books and modules that we provide to you so you can have some additional practice. Students, what exactly are you waiting for? You can click on the link in the description box below to enroll for the bridge course. Now, I know you had fun in my quiz time right now, but you know what's better? It's being rewarded for answering questions. So, answering questions right now on a YouTube video is not as much fun as winning coins every time you answer questions in real time. So, students, on the ODA app in the bridge course, you win coins for all the good habits that you make, like coming to class on time, like keeping your attention in class, and for answering our quizzes correctly. So come to the Bridge Course students and learn with me. And also like and share this video if you have enjoyed and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss our future videos. I hope to see you in the Bridge Course soon.